One summer moment can change a child's life. Through Toys for Tots Give and Go initiative, your support provides books, games, toys, and outdoor adventures that spark curiosity, creativity, and a love of nature. Whether it's fishing, learning a new sport, reading under a tree, or playing with friends, these moments build confidence and lifelong memories. For too many children, those moments never come. You can help change that this summer. Visit toysfortots.org. Toys for Tots, delivering hope beyond the holidays.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Excuse me. Taxi.
Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
7:44 p.m. here in New York City, and boy, has this program become a labor of love for me. You know, so you throw out a lot of ideas when you're in broadcasting, and you never know if the bosses are going to go for it. And several months ago, I just went to the bosses here, John Catsimatidis, Chad Lopez, and said, I'd like to do a special kind of program once a week in honor of this 250th anniversary, because I'm just really disappointed in how underscored this has been this year. This is nothing like the 1976 bicentennial, which was everywhere. I'm old enough to remember that really well. I was 6. And they gave me the full green light on it. It's been great. And we've been focusing on decisions that made America. And so many of these decisions were made by immigrants, by the way, who, again, to make sure that people understand the difference between what I'm saying and what I think is the truth, and what people like Mayor Zohran Mamdani said on Friday, where he basically said that America's only great because we let other people in to fix our terrible problems and how horrible we are. No, it's a little bit different than that. It's they, at their best, make America better. We're already great, but they make us better, and I've got somebody like that right now. Konstantin Solopov. You are a Russian-born composer, very young man, by the way. How old are you?
Hello. Thank you for having me. I'm 24 years old.
24. Okay. When I was 24, I was working at least. Orson Welles has us both beat, though. He had Citizen Kane made at 24, but we'll leave that aside. And you are a graduate of the Berklee School of Music. That's Berkeley in the Boston area, spelled with 2 E's. It's not the UC Berkeley in California.
Yes, that's right. That's a big mistake everybody does.
Yes. And it's one of the top music schools throughout the world. It's very well known, and so congratulations. You told me you just graduated.
Yes, I did.
And tell us how you were inspired to compose a piece honoring America while you were here. What inspired you for that?
Well, it's a great question. You know, when they just announced the competition that is going to take place, immediately in my head I thought to myself, like, what initially back 10 or 15 years ago inspired me so much to dream about to come and live here. And at the time I didn't even know that I wanted to be a musician. I already knew I wanted to come to America and live here, just because how inspiring the country on its own is. So I would say when I just heard about the competition, the inspiration was every good childhood memory and every good memory that I ever had about America. The things that, melt together and then glue different pieces together. That's what really inspired me. The fact that you can have a black and a white together, creating something beautiful, is a big concept that I carry within the composition. It's a trio for piano, violin, and drums. The trio you really never see out in the music scene, something like so unusual to write for. So that was my general idea: make something that shouldn't supposed to work but is working.
You're listening to Konstantin Solopov, a 24-year-old composer, very recent graduate of the Berklee School of Music. Our special guest here as we finish up the hour here on Freedom 250, the decisions that made America. I'm not going to make people wait too much longer to hear the piece. But before we do that, when did you first visit America? You didn't first come here just to start studying, did you?
No.
Okay.
The first time I came to visit America, I actually came to New York, was in 2017 with my family. So I was 15 years old.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. And I remember coming down. We were living in New Jersey, for like right across the Hudson River. And I remember just coming down to Times Square and just seeing all the concrete jungle that people live in here. But for me, it was the first time, and it was so mind-blowing. And then we would just travel down the East Coast to Miami. We'll go to Boston. And we visited Boston before I went to live there. And it was just so so different. It's such a different concept of living rather than like anywhere else in the world I've been to and anything else I've experienced.
Okay, so Konstantin, you know what I'm going to say next. Before my one last fun point is that when I think of a Russian-born person creating a great classical music piece to honor America, I'm thinking, who else did that? Oh, wait a minute, Tchaikovsky, the 1812 Hours. I mean, are you going to feel? I mean, it's been a long time now, so I mean, it's time for us to have another great Russian-born person do a patriotic classical piece. Right?
Hey, listen, I mean, I don't want to take the spotlight from Mr. Tchaikovsky because, you know, I studied
He's old
him.
news. Come on, we need something to go ahead.
I've studied him myself, but maybe it is time to take his spotlight over. Who knows? Maybe Republic will become the new 1812 for America.
Okay, let's listen. Elias back on the other side of the glass. Time to stop making everyone wait. Let's listen to this wonderful piece. The Republic, and the composer of the Republic, Konstantin Solopov, is with us right now. Konstantin, you know, I'm getting a lot of action movie feel from that, and as I look at your bio a little bit further, I see that it is something that scoring films and things like that is something that's in your repertoire.
Yes, totally. I would even say Republic reminds me a little bit of a boss scene fight from a video game rather than an action movie. And that's something I would say I get inspired even more by than movies is video games, and trying the concept of trying to get in somebody's head to anticipate what they're going to do, their decision making is a whole different topic that I can go on and on about.
It's amazing how music can bring out about a lot of emotions. You know, tell us a little bit about what story of America are you trying to convey with that piece?
I would say the biggest story of America that I try and convey through that piece with that piece is, just the constant the constant movement, the constant evolvement, the constant, no, like it might be improvement, it might be disprovement or something, it might be steps back, but the movement, no matter the direction of it, will lead somewhere. It might be unknown, it might be trailblazing style, it might be, you know, whatever you call it. It might be it might be something so unknown you're scared of it, but at the end of the day, it will, you know, it will end up somewhere beautiful. It will end up somewhere nice and great, you know, in a great place.
It has a nice combination of action and peace.
Yeah,
in it, and I like the pacing of it very much. Again, we're speaking with Konstantin Solopov, a recent graduate of the Berklee School of Music. You just heard his incredible patriotic piece in honor of America called "The Republic." You know, one of the great things about America is all of the incredible music that has been invented here. You know, most people coming from Europe and also the Russia talk about jazz and how it was invented here, or you know, and rock and roll. But there is a great history of classical music in this country as well, isn't there?
yeah, no, absolutely. John Cage, you know,
Arthur Copeland.
Arthur, here we go. No, there's, I mean, even Stravinsky, who, you know, really associated himself with New York through his second stage of his life, second half of his life, who really also abandoned both Russia and Europe and really just focused himself in America.
Right. Well, what I really liked is that the emotion that you evoked with the music, and note to people in the Hollywood realm, this is exactly what was missing from that Leonard Bernstein movie with Bradley Cooper. There was just no emotion from the music. I didn't feel any of the music in that movie at all. It was just, it was almost like it was an article in People magazine about his peccadillos. It was such a miss. And it's one of the reasons why it's always hard, actually, to make a film about musicians. All those biopics about bands and composers, very hard, because there's no way to really walk that tightrope. Although I think the best one was The Doors, Oliver Stone's film about the Doors. But even then, really, really difficult. So to wrap things up here, you're on your way. So as much as you love New York, you're on your way to Los Angeles. Is that correct? And why are you going there?
Well, definitely Los Angeles is one of the places I'm trying to end up in, although not so much, but maybe. To be honest, right now I'm planning to stay in Boston and you know, explore the video game scene there, because there's so many indie producers of video games that I really want to focus my career on right now. Because I mean, obviously I want to write music for the next Call of Duty or the AAA game, but I really want to discover, like, you know, the sea where I'm starting to fish and like swim in, because, like, you know, everybody wants to go for a big tuna right away, but like, what about the little fishes that you need to master and, like, you know, sort of understand?
I started in local news in Bangor, Maine. I know what you're talking about. You know, sometimes it's best to work your way up in that way. You know, speaking of video games and things like that, also just in sport, I mean, you also sound like someone who has the talent to score sports highlights or somebody's highlight film. Have you ever thought about that?
No, that is the first time somebody mentions it, and I love it.
Somebody call NFL Films.
Yeah,
Lee call NFL Films. He's got to have a connection.
That would be that sounds so much fun. Something you know, something epic. Orchestral sounds just about right.
Yeah, see if you can say on the frozen tundra of Green Bay's Lambeau Field. Boom, boom. Yeah, you totally know where to go with that. Tell everyone how they can download this song and find out a little bit more about your work.
So you can find out about me and my journey as a composer, what I'm planning to do as a composer on my website, konstantinsolopov.com. You can listen to The Republic and other music that I've released before on both Spotify, Apple Music, and other platforms. The artist name Konstantin Solopov, or just The Republic, you'll also find it and find me. And also follow my Instagram. It's a little different. It's not Konstantin Solopov. It's KS Score and Sound. Same on LinkedIn, Konstantin Solopov. So yeah, I'd love to connect with people. And if anybody has any inquiries on my music and my professional work, feel free to, you know, reach out, and love to chat.
And that's Solopov, Solopov. Elias, can you take us out these last 30 seconds or so, just playing us the piece one more time? Before we do that, though, thanks everyone for joining us here on this latest edition of Freedom 250, The Decisions That Made America. And thank you, Konstantin Solopov, for joining us in studio tonight.
Thank you so much for having me tonight.